brand. Atos is just a brand. If I move to Atos, if I'm a Capita guy, I move to Atos. That happens all the time in the industry. 2 years or 1 year before the bid comes live, one guy who's a very critical resource, a contract director of a particular tender, he moves to the other company. Guess what happens? You can be Capita, but people love to work with that guy, and they will start to listen to that guy, and that's how they shape. If I want to take the bid away from Capita, the first thing I do is just to poach someone from Capita, and then you seem to position. But it's a long cycle, and you have to bet on £1 million on this to make this happen. The chances of you getting wrong, right or wrong, is a question. But you cannot do that all the time. You can do that the very first time. But when it happens second time, you already blew £2.5 million, and here we go, your FD is looking at your face and say, hey, you haven't won anything, but you lost £2 million. So it's like this is a cycle. But on the other side, some companies, because they haven't won the first two, they will do anything to win a bid. So, that's Capita inclusive as well. That's what market dictates you. But historically, you were that one-liner was perfect. That's their core market. Because they understand in and out. In justice, they can do frontline, they can do the court escorting if they want to, or they can provide a back office police control services or the cyber security for them if they want to. They can compete with the likes of Kinetic in the cyber security domain, and they can compete with the likes of G4S to provide security guys. That's how different Capita is. The Capita's competitors, if you look at their 40+ markets, is very different. In the software market in local councils, they go with Northgate. And or Civica, and on the other side in the property FM domain, they will go with CBREs and others on the property side, JLL. But on the FM side, they will go with the traditional facilities management companies. On local council side, you are right. On the frontline BPO, they will go with Capgemini, Atos, Fujitsu, and others. But on the second part, in the middle office, that's where the likes of Civica, Northgate again will try to step up, and they also go with the Equinity and other players in their core back office domain. So that's what makes them amazing. It's like their competition is very, very different in very different sectors. Healthcare, justice, welfare, you name it. So training is another different thing. But again, they have some little things that others don't have, like this training, like this portals that they manage for these clients and stuff. Which what it means is they have so many touch points. But not necessarily. You might be part of the same company, but you don't talk to each other all the time. You might be missing out, but that doesn't stop that. That's what other companies don't have. So that's what it will be very interesting question of where he's going to put the bugs in and what sort of restructure he's going to go for. I don't see massive restructure is going to happen, but for the sake of it, it's going to happen. But I don't know how. I don't know how we will.
Yeah, and just on the, you were talking about the retention rate. Why is it private? Why is the retention rate stronger in private versus public?
The retention rate is much stronger in private because you are already providing. If you become a partner then, because there is no mandatory benchmarking that you need to go for tenders every 5 years. Secondly, there is no mandatory kind of what is it? No, I think that's the one thing. That the most positive thing is it's very hard. The onboarding cost of a private sector client is very high.
Why is that?
Because first of all, you need to bring in the need of outsourcing. And to bring in the need of outsourcing means you need to have a proof of concept. And to deliver the proof of concept, you just need to have a 3 to 4 month trial, or you need to take a small thing, make it work. Then you need to run a transformation stuff, which more or less is going to come from your pocket. And then you need to prove, hey, this is how it's going to work. Then you jointly write a proposal together. Yeah. This is what you're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And this is what together it's going to change, which means it's very hands-on. And once it's hands-on, this overlaps a lot. So it could be Barclays Bank. It could be something. That's what the, like many of the private BPO outsourcing on the banking side, people would love to get into BFSI, and people will love to get into all these, like a retail-based project, because it's more like once you are in it with them, then when they change it, then as long as you're flexible enough, you are with them all the time. Some of the contracts for this BPO clients are like 200 million a year, because you get like Pearson Education or someone, or you get like a car phone warehouse or something. You get a car company, BMW, to provide the digital thing. It just starts very simple. Hey guys, can you do the contact center work for me? Or can you just do the small piece for me, software development for me?